Alright, I picked up this old slot car, and it's pretty dirty. But other than that, oops, it looks physically intact. But usually this is how I test slot cars, because 9 bolts is enough to get it to go. I'm not getting anything on that at all. So I'm going to take this apart, and if we get it going, I'll go ahead and wash this body with some Dawn dish soap. And yeah. It's just 2 small screws here that hold the chassis to the body. Probably should have some glasses on. This is not touching that. Let me get a different screwdriver. Alright, what I end up getting is an old stylus screwdriver. Very rigid and not made in, well, there we go. Let me just hang on to it now. One screw. And I noticed there's a round head screw that goes in front. And that's the front screw. Usually these just kind of pop off. It's just dirty. Nothing broken, which is nice. Check these leads coming down into here. I'm not getting anything. I should check the continuity. Well, that. We look at this armature here. Right there. It's kind of filthy. I don't know the. It has brushes in it. I see them. These leads here. Exactly sure if they're fixed good or not. But I should get something. Let me clean that commutator up. We'll be back. Alright, I got carried away and I forgot to do some filming. But I took this thing apart. And I'm getting a look at these wires here. And they look pretty crusty. It's a real fine wire there too. But these basically, these wires just pinch down into the brush wells here. See, there's a spring in there. It keeps pressure on the brush. I'm going to attempt to tin these with some solder. And maybe re-hit these solder joints. I use a very low voltage soldering gun. If I had half a brain, I would go to the garage and get a voltmeter and check the continuity in these windings. Sorry, you're not in frame there. Alright, well, let me clean this up, and then I will tin those wires. Alright, so we have that commutator pretty dang clean. Alright, carry on. Excuse me. very difficult to get out of there. But we will manage. Solder. Set this aside. So, on these wires here, they're kind of black. So let's get them nicely wound. We're just going to take one of these wires here. We are going to put it in our flux here. Fire up our lock it into place. I got it on high. Let that heat up. Sorry, I'm off camera. I'm fiddling with these little wires here. Alright. Just want to do this quick hit. In and out, you know? We don't want to spend a lot of heat. Is this not fired up or what? Am I empty? I'm empty. I have to refill this. See the glass window? It's empty. So let's refill it. We must be full now. Well, that sounds better. Yeah, we needed some butane. Okay. A little solder here. Won't take long because I'm using a very there we go. Put some of this on here like so. Oh. Something like so. Let's take our wires that we fluxed and it should just draw it right in. Just like so. Oh yeah, nice. Wires are tinned now. I don't understand why they just didn't do a little bit of that work. Let's see if I can hit these real quick. Put a little refresher on here. Hold on. Use this little screwdriver here. Alright. Just want to make sure we have a really good connection here. Maybe that is good. Oh yeah. Alright, we got fresh connections there. Shut that off. Now, let's see where this goes. We'll put those brushes in dead last. Okay? But to reassemble the motor, we have this little bushing here. I don't know if you can see that. It goes on the end of this guy, right there. See it? Little clear bushing. I call it a bushing. Some people, the manufacturer probably call it a bearing. But we all know it's a bushing. So this all kind of has to go back in at the same time. I know. Fun, right? So these, I'm trying not to lose my little bushing at the same time. Go like so. And like so. Let's see if I can get these in here without incident. And that has to go into that port right there. Oh yeah, I'm having a wonderful time with this. Alright, so I'm going to try to put one of these magnets in first. Just like that. Then come back and try to slide this down into where it goes. This magnet will probably want to fight me tooth and nail. That's what they do, right? I had more patience as a young man, I think. But wipe that off. Let's get this guide clamped back down. Oops. Oh yeah, nice. That's not the key. That is not the key. Little fiddly, my friends. Fiddly indeed. You get in there. Come on. Oh, these are fun. There we go. Okay, so what are we looking for here? All right, so far we have our commutator in its guide, got the magnets in, but now we have to set this, I guess we'll call that a lock or guide pin, guide bracket, whatever. So we have to rotate that. Try to just hold it all together. There we go. See if that's it. There, get down in there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so our guide pin, let me get the screwdriver. Our guide pin or guide whatever is in. Magnets are set. That's in. Now, let's go for the real fun part. I did clean the fronts of the brushes that meet the commutator. Springs looked good. I checked those too. So, let's cross our fingers. So here's our brush well. If you look down there, you'll see a spring. I do not want to pop it out again. But you can see I cleaned the front. Come on, focus. The front of that brush. So that will drop in there like so. So you see the spring action here. Now let's play this. See if we can get this in here. First things first, let me run these wires where I think they need to be. I see a couple little slots right here. I think that's where the wires need to go. That's just my guess. So let's give it a try. These brush wells are just pressure fit, but the trick is to get them down in there, you know. And yeah. You see, it's just a pressure fit. I have to get it below that pinch there. Getting them out was a little easier, obviously. There we go. Let's see what we got here. See, they're down in there now. And we have contact on that side. So we have our wire in, yes. Again, there's no guarantee any of this is going to work because, well, I just don't know. Okay. Get this wire fed down in here like so. And get this. Don't lose your spring. That would be just another hurdle. Alright. Push that brush right against that commutator. Get that thing set down in there. Like so. Keep a finger on the brush side. There we go. I think it's kind of in there. And then we have to slide these brush wells out this way and out that way. And no, that's not working. I need to get that thing slid out of there. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Now, you can see, we can get this wire out of the way, but I feel better about that wire. What we're looking at, that brush right there, you don't want these metal brush wells touching this commutator, just a brush. So that looks pretty good. And you can check if it's flush on this side, on each side, you're good. Excuse me. And we have to put our magnet motor assembly clip back into place here. That looks good. And that looks good. I don't know. Just go right to it. It feels like I'm getting a little something. I believe we have dead winding, which is unusual because these things are really yeah, that motor is, I think we may have a dead winding. I'm not getting anything. Not even a nibble. To use a fishing analogy. Alright, well. Let me think about that for a minute. So we're changing strategy a little bit. Started to doubt the power. I stuck this on my tongue. It feels strong, but anytime you're getting shocked, yeah, of course it's strong. So I broke out an old lifelike train transformer. And I'm going to set the power here. And let me get you in film here. See if we can get that in there where it stays. Oh, yep, we didn't have enough power. You know, that's my guess. Oh yeah, there we go. Crank it up. Let it run. Alright, let me reverse it. Well, this works. Oh, that's really nice. The motor's not dead. And I'm pleased with the fact that I resoldered all those joints and tinned those wires and cleaned. Oops, we lost our connection. Just gonna let it run. Again, I don't know what the output is on this compared to a racetrack slot car transformer, but I mean, how could you not like that? Just let it run. It's been sitting around a long time. Oh, it smells good. And, you know, surprisingly too, these tires, these foam tires, they're still very pliable. Let's look at that. Look at this. The front ones too. I find that to be quite unusual. You know? So let's stick this in here. Gotta have an opening in there. There we go. Maybe. Then an opening on this side. This is the best way to do it. That way you can just let it run. So, no? What did I lose? One? Yep. Oh yeah. No, it's not full-wheel drive. The vibration is just making those roll. So it looks like we're missing a slot pin, which I may have one in my part stock. But wow, okay. So now let's see if we can clean that dirty bird up. Man, is that filthy. I'm gonna try to clean it where I don't lose any of the decals, you know. It's very yellowed. Again, I'll just try to give it a clean and see what happens. Alright, I'll be back. Well, that cleaned up way better than I anticipated, and very, very little effort. Just a little warm soapy water, and boom, all that goo came off. Alright, so we will put this back together and give it one more try. And just so you know, I paid $5 for this, not knowing if this thing was going to work, but I'm always pretty confident I'll get them going. I've had very few failures on getting these old electric motors to run. And for nothing else. By the way, this is an old Aurora AFX. I believe this is, judging by that, looks like a Ford Pinto. That looks like a Ford Pinto, but with a really extended front end. It's almost like a drag car. Interceptor, Ford Pinto, Aurora AFX. Very cool. Would have been really nice had they put the flashing lights on there, but that was a little later in the 70s that they developed that circuit. Anyway, let's put this back together. And when we get it back together, we will give it one more try. Put my glasses on here because this is the tricky part. Can't see a goddamn thing, can you? No, I can't. So we're separating the wires. There we go. And if I remember correctly, and I do, check our steering here. It works. This guy here, the big round head guy, goes in the front. Like so. Oops. Come on. It's when you need a magnetic Phillips head screwed, you know. There we go. Can you stay there just for a second? There we go. Get it started so it doesn't fall out on me. Don't tighten it up yet because we want to align that hole. Something very satisfying about working on these projects like this. Taking something nobody wanted and getting them to vroom again. All right. Very cool. We have our wheels back on. Look at that giant wheel. Holy crap. All right, let's put some power to it. Let's see here. Maybe we can just shove this one up in there like so. Maybe it'll stay that way. And then this one. Oh yeah. Crank it. Nice. Fixed. Almost ready for a track. What do we need? We need to get that going. We're going to need a peg. But that's it. Oh, maybe some new tires, but like I said, those feel pretty good. The only way to tell if they're any good is you have a slot car track set up and see if it grabs traction. If it don't, then hey, you need new tires. But you know what? That works. I'm going to get my connections. Come on. Very cool. Come on. Oops, lost my connection. Let's put this here. One more time. Oh, very cool. All right. I'll shut that down before we short circuit something. Very cool. Wow. Okay. So that works. Very nice. Slide that right into my collection. It's not the most prettiest car, but you know what? Survivor. For real, Survivor. Everything seems to be in good shape, too. Yeah, so hey. We fixed a vintage Aurora AFX police car. Police A12. I wonder if they're trying to play on 1 Adam 12. I'm sure that's what that was. Infringements. Thanks for watching, folks.